All right. So I don't know what's going on. My Wi-Fi is out, but I turned it off on my phone. Okay. All right. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna have to call the cable company once we end the live. Um, Unfortunately, it's odd because what's weird is my maybe it's the phones. Oh, because I'm on my computer and I'm having no troubles with my Wi-Fi at all. But I am having a problem with my phone. So I don't know if that's going to be the newest issue. I've been having troubles with my phone. Oh no. No, no, there it goes. I've been having troubles with my phone since around like 8 o'clock this morning. So, hey, Chris. So, so yeah, unfortunately, I may have to call up and I might just have to do a whole reset of my router and things. But my computer's working slow, but it's hey Margarita, good morning. Good morning everybody. So hopefully y'all are favoring well with all this. It's definitely we're definitely in a bad time here in New York anyways. So um you know so back to what we were talking about because it's safe. I mean, there's a lot of things going on saying that we can't hey Eric, good morning. There's a lot of things going on that say we can't talk about things, on YouTube, and I can understand why we couldn't. To a certain degree, I think that it is okay to you know for YouTube to say, listen, we shouldn't be talking about this just simply because it is a sensitive topic and it's bothering a lot of people. But at the same time, I think like, we really have to, we have to talk about it. We need to have a space to talk about it. Just be careful how you talk about it. That's all. Like, I saw a video yesterday, simply because it was in one of those YouTuber Facebook groups, and this girl was trying to say that this is fake, and um, it's fake, and it's the 5G, and things like that. Hey, Lewis, good morning. Things like that. But listen, I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there in regards to this. There's some I'm not saying isn't possible. I'm not saying the idea that this was created in a lab isn't possible, but to a certain degree, that's it's kind of in a way kind of insensitive and things like that. I think when we come on live, we could talk about what's going on here, like in New York. I'll get to that in a minute. Um, how things are going here. It seems like, for me anyways, the whole process of what we're doing is very slow, and I'm not really appreciating that. I think that you know I'm very surprised that we haven't gotten to the point where we have to shut the state down. New York is in a really, really bad place. We're really, well, I guess saying we're dipping and doing it at this rate might not be the right way of saying it, but I guess we are, because there are people out there who aren't listening. That makes it very difficult. Hello, Gaming with JT. Good morning. That's the hard part of all this, is that people really aren't listening to the rules. We have to follow what they're saying. So tonight, as of 8 o'clock, um, they are going to shut down non-essential businesses, as well as if you're over the age of 70, you must stay home. Um, yeah, that's a mistake. Well, we're kind of having some problems here in New York, but not to that level. and I kind of, I mean, the spring breakers, I don't understand. I think that's a terrible mistake. But for those of us, and trust me, I'm going through this myself, is it is very hard for these kids, and I get it. I really want nothing more for these kids to have some level of fun and normalcy here, but you kind of can't because it's not safe. Yeah, that is true, Lewis. That is true. There is nobody at the office. Facebook's going through the same problem too, guys. Facebook is, you got to be patient because Facebook is taking down posts too. They're all taking down posts because unfortunately there's just, I think it's just, it is what it is at this point. Um, just be patient. These places can't, our social media companies just can't, they can't risk things too. But on the bright side, they are giving us this. They are giving us this platform. We're still here. We're still able to go live and still do things. So that is awesome. You know, um, that is a great thing. Um, you know, oh, that's right. Their headquarters is in California, and California is on shutdown. Yeah, yeah. I'm still shocked and amazed and disappointed that we're not there yet. New York needs to go on shutdown. We do. And I understand it that the businesses are going to hurt and things like that and people aren't going to make money, but it's time. It's time, New York. Stop beating around the goddamn bush and shut it down. It feels like they're like, what it feels like? It feels like they're ripping off a Band-Aid very slowly and painfully. And, my town now has a case. We now have a case here in my town. And on top of that, not only did we have a case in the town, but the case is a parent of a child, two children, and the two kids somehow came in contact with three schools. And the weird part of it is two schools are on the north side of town, and the other two schools are on the south side of town. The other one is on the south side of town. But they're saying that, we are, they're saying that they have notified the people who may have come in contact with these kids. I haven't gotten anything. And I'd like to believe that Isabel didn't come in contact with this kid or kids. But it's hard to say, Hello, Dakota dude. Welcome. It's hard to say if Isabel did come in contact with this person because we don't know who it is. I am okay with the idea of following the HIPAA law because it's there for a reason. Hey, Jamie, yay, we're here. And so it's definitely scary here, and I don't know if Isabel came in contact with this kid or kids. We don't know because they're not going to tell us who it is. And so they did give us a phone number for the New York State Department of Health. So I could explain how this is going or not going. So I called the New York State Department of Health to find out some information. Yeah, good luck to you on that. So basically, it's about an hour to an hour and a half wait to talk to somebody. Okay, problem number one. And I understand they're probably bombarded. Good morning, Nasty Black. Hola, how are you doing? So you got that problem. First of all, they're not very well, they don't have enough people to answer the phones. So once you do get a hold of somebody on the phone, they're going to ask you if you're symptomatic. Okay. You may think you are, but you're probably not. So, so they're going to ask you a list of, symptoms, and they're going to go through it, and your symptoms, they're going to say it's possible or it's not possible. You're still gonna they still require a prescription from your doctor though. So you can go through this whole damn call thing, and they're gonna turn around and say you need a prescription. At least that's the experience that I had. Okay, so because somebody, just because you came in contact with somebody doesn't mean you're eligible to be tested for this disease. So the way that they're telling people is that, first of all, they're not telling anyone in this town to quarantine themselves. Stupid. And then you have to wait and see if symptoms arise. So we don't know. They didn't contact me. I don't know if they've contacted anybody else. They're not going to tell me this. Because again, they have to follow HIPAA law. And I'm all for that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that law is in place. I don't even want to know exactly who it is. I don't need names. I mean, I get it. They have to protect the people who may have come in contact with this. There's videos going around, the people spraying nurses with Lysol. Please tell me no one's doing that. That's just disgusting. They're out there risking their own lives to save everybody, and people are being douche canoes and spraying them with Lysol and being nasty. Stop that. Stop it now. I mean, I totally understand, how this whole thing works. I had Lyme disease when I was 10 years old, and I understand, the whole social distancing thing to my to my whole thing, it's so, we gotta do diligence here. And then yesterday, I went to, my mom is the only one who has a car. So I went to go to 7-Eleven to get some extra milk just in case. I have 2 half-gallons, so I figured I'd go pick up a gallon. We were originally planning on going to like a store, but we weren't sure if they were going to be open, because tonight we're starting new rules. See, this is the thing, is like, while people are not following the rules already in place, new rules come into place. And I just feel like at this point, stop ripping the bloody Band-Aid and just put us on damn lockdown. And fine people. Start finding the people that aren't listening, Like yesterday, I was going to get some milk. I stopped off at 7-Eleven because 7-Elevens are going to be open here until midnight. They're closing 7-Eleven at midnight. So I managed to get a gallon of milk there. But on my way there was a bunch of kids on bikes weaving through a very public road, almost getting hit by a car. But why are you congregating in a group anyways? You're not supposed to be doing that, and your parents know you're not supposed to be doing that. See, I feel like, okay, so trust me, it breaks my heart to say these things. It does, because it's not cool, and I feel bad. But if we want this all to go away, we have to do what we're told to do. Makes sense, don't it? Better safe than sorry. Kids are germ carriers. What if like in the case of my town, a parent tested positive, but the kids, hey, nature's beauty. So let's say in my town where we have a parent of 2 kids, the parent may have tested positive, but the kids may not have it, but they're carrying it to everybody else. And then that kid is hanging out with your kid, and then they're carrying it and bringing it home, to that, hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. 1 second. 1 minute. Chat amongst yourselves. Make new friends. Oh, Frankie. Oh, Frankie. All right, there we go. Oh, wow, Frankie. All right, Franks. You got the pebbles, huh? All right. Okay. All right, coming back. Frankie, you bad puppy, stealing shoes. Bad puppy. All right, guys, sorry about that. Frankie's being naughty puppy. So anyways, So, it breaks my heart to tell, people that their kids can't go out. My kids are driving, well, Jacob has nowhere to go, but, Isabel, she wants to go hang out with, her cousin and things like that. And trust me, this really breaks my heart to say no to these things. And she's getting mad at me for saying no. And, it's not my doings, because, it's just what the rules are. Trust me, we're all gonna have a hard time with our teen kids that want to go out and do things. It's hard. It's not like back in the day where you'd have chicken pox parties. It's now, this is serious. And you know, um, it's hard. We're all gonna have a rough time, and sadly, it's the kids who are having it the worst. And trust me, a lot of things are being canceled in my home. We were supposed to go to New York City next Saturday on the 4th, and that's most definitely not going to happen. And however, I think it's time for, New York State to step it up already, and shut it down. They just keep creating more rules. And they're doing it really slowly too. They're doing that part really very slowly, and that's not how this works. We need to just shut it down, get it going. Everybody bunker down. Stop buying all the goddamn toilet paper, and everything. I'm seeing a lot of videos. I think it's from Florida. It seems like that whatever the store is. See, that's the problem, is the stores are kind of allowing it too. The store's got to step in and, say, no, you may not buy all the toilet paper. You know, you cannot buy, well, they are kind of doing that here already. That's already in place. But before now, before it got to the point where it did, they should have, like, started some kind of you know limit. By the time they started the limit, all the stuff was already sold out. Um, if you see in my vlog from last week, unfortunately, I did lose quite a bit of clips. I don't know what happened. My app ruined some of my clips, and it is what it is. Yeah. Oh wow. I haven't seen any of that just yet. In my end. I mean, stores I've avoided. I've avoided BJ's and Costco and things like that. Um, and I hear someone on ATV outside. I mean, listen, that's the thing, is that, I don't want to be one of those assholes that tell your kids to just stay inside. It just because, you know what? I just want to get this done and over with. Don't we all want to just get this over with? Just bring them inside. I know it's hard. Give them some weed or something. Well, not really, unless they're of age. Kidding, kidding. Come on, just get them inside. Find some way to get them inside. And I mean, listen, I'm having a hard go at it myself. I'm a single mom. Because they didn't shut down the state, I'm going to have to share my kids with their dad, regardless of the fact that, this is right, exactly. I want it to be over with. And trust me, I understand. I understand completely how hard this is for these kids. And I don't want to be that person, but yesterday I was coming home from getting a gallon of milk, and these kids were in the middle of the road to begin with. They were congregating. There's at least 10 of them together in the middle of the road, almost getting hit by a car. So not only are you risking the coronavirus, but you're also going to get hit by a car. Don't do that. Come on, guys. Bring your kids inside. See, that's where parents need to be fined. That's what I'm thinking, is like, if the parents know that they're going to get in trouble for letting their kids go out and do things, then they probably would stop it. And trust me, I get it. It's hard. It's very, very hard. But get your kids inside. Amazon is still up and running. I'm probably going to end up ordering a bunch of things this week for my kids, just to keep them happy. It's hard. It's hard. You can't even get groceries, whether it be, in the store or, ordering online. One of our grocery stores here, they have what's called Peapod, and you can't get a delivery anytime soon at all. It's full and booked for at least 2-3 weeks. You know, that's even kind of outrageous. You know, you would think by now everybody already got what they needed to get. And, you know, that's what I don't understand is if y'all already bought out everything, what more do you need? You know? Yes, yes, my mom made it home. I saw her last Wednesday and yesterday, thankfully. And all is good. I mean, she's going through some anxiety though. My mom was having, you know, a severe anxiety attack this morning over it. I mean, that's the other problem is now with us, those of us who have anxiety and depression, this is definitely going to be a very long and hard road for us all. And I mean, like I said earlier, yeah, me too. I mean, the one thing that makes this hard, you know, for someone like me is like, you know, I do have agoraphobia, and you know, this is hard. It is hard, and when you're trying to conquer your own demons, like going out and doing simple things. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Uh-oh. Come on, Frankie. What are you doing? Frankie, what are you doing, girl? Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, all right, never mind. Okay. Come here, Franks. Come here, girl. Come here. You want to say hi to the peoples? Come on, you're being naughty. You're being very, very naughty, girl. You're being naughty, girl. Yes, you are. All right, here comes the pup. All right, that's another thing I just want to just bring up. I know that my subscribers wouldn't do it, but just so you know, dogs and cats and other animals don't carry this coronavirus. Wow, that's terrible, Lewis. So this does not affect our pets. They have their own vaccine for coronavirus. So please don't dump your pets. Please don't dump them. You know, it's not this isn't their fault. It's not even the bat's fault. You know, these people ate bat soup. You know, that's terrible. It's not their fault. I had Lyme disease and I would never blame the deer. It's not their fault. You know. You know, this girl's my bestie and I would never even think about you know, dumping her. You know, it's not their fault. This is not their fault. They're not the cause. They're not going to give it to you. Like I said, they're vaccinated for their own coronavirus. You know, oh, look at that face. Look at that girl. Oh, what a good puppy. She looks like a little alien. You an alien? Yeah. Oh, that's my girl. So please don't dump your pets. Please don't dump them. It's not their fault. They can't help it. They just want to love and be loved. And they aren't part of the problem. You know, the problem is, you know, people, we don't even really know. Yeah. I mean, this is hard for her too because the kids are stuck inside and they're loud and, you know, they want to play with her and she does her best. She does her best. Oh, look at this little girl. How could you dump your pets from this, huh? Oops, I know. I'm touching my face. Sorry, guys. I haven't been out today. I'm gonna look at that. Hey, Irish Whiskey Paranormal. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I agree with you on that. Well, the thing is, whoops, come on, girl. You can't possibly be comfortable like that. You know, that's the thing is I was actually going to buy the materials to make my own hand sanitizer, and you can't do that. They're actually saying that they're totally sold out of um, Everclear, the Everclear alcohol beverage. I know. I don't drink very much, so if I don't know what I'm talking about, sorry about that. But it's sold out. Yeah, it's sold out. You can't get it. Nope. Good morning, Heather. You can't get anything right now. People need to stop it, though. People need to stop it. But like I said, the worst part of it is we have a case in my town And they didn't give us any direction as to what to do. Um, they haven't told us to go on quarantine. They haven't told us anything. So this is where I'm pleading to, New York State to just shut it down already. Cut it out and shut it down. So yesterday, I called the police department, not like 911 or anything, because, in my case scenario, I had to share custody of my kids with their dad. And so I had to ask, what's going to happen, because I have to send them to their dad's house tomorrow. Because he's not going to not take his time. And unless there's a government shutdown, I have to let him go. So the police department said, there's right now, I had to file the court order. I had to file the court order, and, it is what it is. It's all a matter of common sense, I'm being told, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of common sense out there. So yeah, they're saying you cannot violate your custody agreement over what if, because we're not on shutdown yet. We're just on well, they're just telling people over the age of 70 to stay inside, which is weird because my kid's grandma is actually 75, but we're kind of really stuck. So, that's that. And, I don't know what to say there, but we're just really, oh, just a little bad. Well, it's hard, she was just pooping, and I had to clean it. And then she went to take a shoe. She's back to sleep now. Well, now the kids are still sleeping. Wow, it's almost 12 o'clock and they're still asleep. That's crazy. Hey, Trendorama, it's 12 o'clock and they're still sleeping. Well, I guess that's part of this life. Hey, Exploring Ginger. As of tomorrow, they're gonna have to start doing, schoolwork on however they're doing it. Jacob they sent an iPad home for him to use, and they're gonna have certain teachers call on there to do his work, and they haven't called for an extended closure yet. Our schools are only closed till April 1st. So I think that they're waiting, though, because then they have to allow the kids to go into the school and get their things. So I know I keep touching my eyes. Anyone else having like this effect where like it makes your skin crawl? It's not allergies for me. It's just like I feel like my skin's crawling from all of this. Yeah, I don't. That's where I'm at. I know some folks are going to have troubles because of the allergy season, but for me, it's like, um, this whole thing just makes your skin crawl. Actually, my town is the hot spot right now. My town. We have a case in this town. So yeah. Well, that's the other thing is, if there's a case here, then that's why I'm not understanding why the school or this town hasn't done their own like thing by saying, yes, you all have to go on quarantine, stay inside, and don't go anywhere. That hasn't been said yet. I called the New York State Department of Health yesterday, and it was it yesterday? No, Friday, and it was just a long damn wait to be told not really barely anything. They're very vague. That's the problem, is they seem to be keeping people in the vague. That's not how this should work either. Listen, I don't want names of whoever it was that has it. I just want to know for sure my kid didn't come in contact with it, because when they go to their dad's house tomorrow, the grandma, she's 75, the grandpa's 85, and the grandpa, he was in the VA, but the VA sent him home. They said he'd be better off at home, but my guess is, they said that because they need the space. I can't imagine how he'd be better off at home, when we're literally, in a war zone here, you know. But you know, it's just that, I can't imagine why we're still not on lockdown. California has, just as much or a similar problem, or we actually, I think we're worse, actually. I think we have far more cases than them, and we're not on lockdown yet. We need to be in the same boat as them. They need to lock it down, shut down the borders, do what you got to do. It's time. It's time. They passed a new rule as of, it's going to start today. The new rule starts today at 8 o'clock. All non-essential businesses must close. And if you're over the age of 70, you shouldn't be out. But if you're going to have to be out, you have to wear a mask. But masks are sold out. So what are you going to do? Yes. Oh, and gargle some Listerine. I mean, this is a great time for me to drink my coffee. But yes, you can gargle some Listerine, I hear. I've been doing that every morning to clean out the gunk in my throat. Yep. Little Listerine. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what Listerine is, an antiseptic, so you can clean out your throat with that. Um, what's good is to, I don't know, see, I always try to battle out ear infections at this time of year. So what I do is I make sure I run a lot of hot water in my ears, steam up the shower really good, drain out the gunk every other day. That's what I usually do. So you gotta create spas in your bathroom right about now. Steam it all out. Create yourself a sauna in your bathroom and make sure you steam it all out. That might help. No, I've never used a neti pot. I just, like I said, like let the hot water run through my ears, and then I do that. Do that. I mean, you really shouldn't do that either. They say the water's not so great, but like I said, what you should do is, if you can, um, make your bathroom into a sauna, sit in there for a little while, let it all drip out. That's a good help. Fresh air and sunshine is still good. You still need your fresh air and sunshine. Just do it as a social distance type of thing. And listen, like I said, I don't want to be a hard ass and tell people that their kids can't be going outside, but please, 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 let's just get this done and over with. I mean, I know it's hard. It's hard, but the kids got to stay apart right now. They got to stay apart. Look at it. China's almost finished with all of this. China's almost done. They're getting close to the end. Italy, not so much. I think they said they had a really large number of deaths yesterday. It was like a few hundred in one day. I thought was it 600? 600 deaths in one day. Could you imagine? Come on, guys. Let's get it done before we get to that level, I mean, here in my area, we've had seven deaths in this area. I mean, 7, it's only 7, but it is 7. It seems like from what I understand, 2 of the deaths were from a old folks home. And that's sad, an old folks home. So we're going to have to figure this out and just listen to the rules. Listen to what they're telling you. It's important. Just get inside, and it's time. It's time to lock it down, folks. Lock it down. Yeah, still 7 too many. Yeah, exactly. And they're saying we have, at least as of yesterday afternoon, in my county, we have 665. Thankfully, it's not 666 number right now. That would have been a little scary if we had 666 infected. But right now, as of yesterday, it was like 665 infected, 7 deaths. And the other county had 1, 2. The number was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,235. 1,200. Yeah, 1,200. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was. It was a funny number, but it's not funny. And New York City's got quite a few, and this is where we got to lock it down. The state's got to lock it down. Although rumor has it Trump wants to lock down the whole country. And hey, listen, whatever works. Hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Come on, Franks. 1 second. Frankie, hang it up for a minute. You can talk to the people, Frankie. mornings are hard to go live, but we're here. All right. Yeah, they definitely lock those here. Well, here's the one thing about that, though, is as of right now, thank you for sharing Nature's Beauty's link there, Trendorama. The one thing that that is still available is Uber Eats and DoorDash. Uber Eats and DoorDash is still in effect. So there's that. If you need to, I mean, unfortunately, if people are buying at the grocery stores, that may very well be our next best case scenario, is to rely on that. And Uber Eats and DoorDash is actually offering hands no contact delivery. So you may, I mean, while we might not be able to get groceries, that may not be our one and only other option. I mean, there's that. Hey, listen, you got to do what you got to do, guys. You got to do what you got to do. But just due diligence. Remember, it's not all about you, and your kids are unfortunately got to learn that lesson right about now, too, because it's unfortunate. That's just the way it is. It's really unfortunate right now. So anyways, guys, I'm going to end the live now because my kids, I hear one waking. So I will see you guys later, either tonight or tomorrow, not sure. But make sure you guys are keeping an eye out for the book reading videos. Those are going to be out. I'm trying to get them out by 10 o'clock at night. So I'm doing my best to do that. So I'll see you guys later. And thank you for stopping by. I will definitely be back sometime tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. Maybe we could do a nice long live and just talk things. Yeah, read with me. Last night's episode is on. And we'll have another one sometime. I'm trying to get them out around 10 o'clock. So see you guys later. Wash your hands.